Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Sparks going up against the Phoenix Mercury.
I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. So many talented players in the league. Anyone you think that gets overlooked?
Maybe not overlooked, but Nneka Ogwumike sticks out to me. Didn't get named to the United States team that went to Tokyo, despite clearly being one of the best in the world.
And for me, it's Alicia Gray, because you simply can't quantify what she brings with her defensive intensity. And when you look at gritty players like Gray, they deserve more props.
Back to Canada.
Ogwumike left side.
Pass to Hamby. Outside Canada.
Clock at 6.
Turner grabs the board.
Excellent interior D right there to force the miss.
Yeah, and unlike you, Tim, her defensive ability is a huge factor. No doubt about it.
The shot by wnba, no good. And it's the Sparks ball. Back to Canada.
That's in, and she found her range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You can't let Canada get a look close to the rim. This is too easy for her. Great touch.
Pass to wnba.
Back to Taurasi. Finds the open look, and it's on target.
Scoring and solid defense, what sets Taurasi apart? It's what makes her an all-timer. She scores when it isn't easy.
Now here's Ogwumike.
And the ball out of play, the Mercury will have
it. Now Jefferson.
Taurasi outside.
Pass to wnba. Here's Jefferson.
Now here's Griner.
Turner with the ball.
She's guarded by Stevens. And it's Turner missing.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get her off balance.
Inside, Ogwumike, and the layup falls.
Love the selfless, intelligent play by Hamby. Puts the ball into the wide open shooter's hands.
Jefferson outside. wnba. Back to Jefferson.
Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
She placed that pass right out in front of her and just let her run into it.
An original WNBA team going back to the inaugural 1997 season, the Los Angeles Sparks have been a pillar in the league.
Now here's Griner to the right side. 6 to shoot. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Good find by Griner. She's so much taller than everybody at 6'9". It allows her really to see the rest of the court.
And as Brian said, this Los Angeles franchise is so important to the league.
Well, they've won lots of games, hung banners, developed some stars, and they've never moved or been rebranded. Since 1997, the Sparks have been there every step of the way.
Don't need much range to hit from that distance.
And it's the Mercury with the ball.
wnba.
She's covered by Ogwumike. To the left wing. Taurasi outside.
wnba.
Hey, I'm right here.
Pass to Griner.
wnba with it. They get it back.
Out to Taurasi.
Jefferson.
The Sparks grab the miss.
That he should be thanking her for that miss.
Now here is Ogwumike, guarded closely. Pass to Canada. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
It goes on Michaela Onyenwede.
If her ability is off the bounce, Canada will earn trips to the line for a long time in this league.
She misses the free throw.
Well, there are multiple ways to build a team, especially with draft picks, Tim.
Well, some teams that are trying to win now, they'll use them as currency, a way to acquire veteran talent. Others like to pile up the draft picks, trying to find their next star.
And you know, both strategies work. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. You can put together a team in different ways, and that's one thing I love about this league.
Such a valuable player. Jordan Canada won a couple of titles in her first few years in the WNBA. So you know she's a winning guard.
Now here's Taurasi. Reiner, she's covered by Hamby. And here's Diana Taurasi from the arc. That shot off.
And the Sparks the other way now.
Ogumake up top. Pass to Canada. Ogumake. And here's Samuelson. The basket good off the assist from Nneka Ogumake.
Recognizing the defense's miscues and capitalizing on them. That's part of what makes Ogumake so special. Right there, she's able to find someone wide open.
Now here's Griner. Wyatt so far offensively searching for her first points of the game. The shot's good.
Yeah, seeing over defenders contributes to Griner's dominance down low. She's just lethal around the rim.
Here's Ogumake. Hamby, she's guarded by Griner. Lauren Canada drives in. It's hauled in by Taurasi. Phoenix trailing here. Here's Jefferson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot, and we'll go to the line.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2.
And it's her first trip to the line.
Take a break, take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her. Both good at the line. Canada with it. She's got 5. Pass to Samuelson. Here's Hamby. Ogumake outside. Stevens. Makes it off the glass.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Over to the wing. Back to Taurasi. Jefferson, guarded by Canada. Pass to Griner. Jefferson outside. Taurasi. Here's Onyenwede. And that one goes long.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Here's Hamby. And the Sparks getting another bucket right there.
You can see just how solid Hamby's mechanics are. Picks a shot she likes and sends it right in.
Back to Taurasi. And she lays it straight in.
That's what I call a captivating move right there. She absolutely incinerated the defense with that one.
Here's Samuelson. Pass to Ogumake. Canada with it. Here's Samuelson.
Onyenwere covering.
Lets it go from deep. Griner with the rebound. Down low. Shots good by Jefferson. And it's all knotted up.
The quality trip down the floor. Onyenwere providing the assist to a very open teammate.
Ogumake outside. Canada.
She's covered by Jefferson.
Pass to Samuelson. Keeps over Taurasi. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. To the paint. It's stolen by De'Erica Hamby. Fast break. Here come the Sparks. 14 feet out. That one, no good. And the Mercury going the other way now.
Pass to Onyenwere. Back to Jefferson.
From the arc. Up and in for basket number 4. And that makes her 4 for 5.
I tell you, she loves getting looks like that from three-point range. Just nobody near her.
And the Sparks call time here.
Well, they're pretty disappointed, this coaching staff, and rightfully so. Just they're giving up a big run night now. Got to figure out a way to stop it.
Yeah, they haven't really looked good at all here lately. Something's got to change for them. Let's see what the coaching staff has up their sleeve.
Pass to Ogumake. Now here's Hamby. Shot clock at 6.
The intensity of Hamby, great at going up strong, forcing the issue.
First trip to the line for her here. That free throw missing.
You can trust De'Erica Hamby to deliver all-out effort on the floor. She really puts in the work to make the most of her minutes, and she can be a difference maker for this team.
Doesn't get the second. Phoenix leading. Here's Jefferson. And the Mercury, another 3.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Pass to Hamby. Thomas outside. Shoots over Jefferson. Thomas, no good.
And here's Sutton.
To the middle.
Here's Coates. She's covered by Ogumake. The shot by Coates, no good.
Pass to Thomas. Ogumake outside.
Hamby.
Now Thomas. Shot to stop the run.
Kept alive.
Ogumake. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
When your star also does the dirty work, like Ogumake, it sets a tone for the rest of the team.
Jefferson outside.
Reiner.
Here's Sutton.
Looking for her first basket still in this one. And she was fouled in the act of
Shot's
shooting
good.
an opportunity for a three-point play.
That's good.
That's the kind of physicality coaches love to see. Griner shows the ability to convert through contact.
And she's got her first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
And in this league, Reiner is just about as consistent as it gets. You get a great game from her more often than not, especially when it comes to scoring the rock.
Now here's Thomas.
Back to Brown.
Excellent D there from Brittany Griner.
Jefferson outside.
Pass to Griner. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
Okay, well, part of what makes Griner a great center is her ability to execute the pick and roll effectively.
And here's Ogumake. Here's Thomas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ogumake. That is her first foul of the game.
Now Sutton.
She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Griner. Lays it up and banks it in.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Such a hot start.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Mercury out in front. They're up by 11. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Well, not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second quarter starts, there is plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Mercury so far.
Lots of their points have come from shots inside the key.
And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward. I mean, why change the plan until they make you?
Absolutely.
Now the Sparks with it. They trail by 11. Pass to Thomas. Ogumake. She's guarded by Griner. And that one drops.
Heads up by Ogumake to find her teammate. She draws so much attention, it can lead to easy buckets for others.
And here's wnba. She's covered by Brown.
Outside Sims. wnba. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two.
Well, you have to work so hard to guard Onyenwere. Fouls will happen, and Michaela, just a difficult player to cover.
And this is her first free throw of the game.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good.
Selected 6th overall in 2021, Michaela Onyenwere is a strong wing, the type of player really every team wants.
And she makes both free throws. Here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Brown. Here's Stevens. Now here's Brown. Outside for Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Stevens. And that misses everything. Now here is Sims. She's guarded closely. Reiner's shot's good.
That's just a sensational pass. I mean, even in mid-shot, she still found the open teammate.
Pass to Brown. Now here is Stevens.
Defended by Turner.
And stolen by Sims. To the inside. We're now around a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Hey, yo, right here.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Samuelson. That shot's good on the assist by Jasmine Thomas.
If you get open and you're on the same team as Jasmine Thomas, she's going to find you.
Pass to Greiner. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Really careless turnover. That should have been the simplest of exchanges.
This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Now here's Thomas. She's covered by Sims. Thomas, no good. Here's Onyenwere. She's covered by Ogumake. Pass to Onyenwere. To Rossi. Greiner with the ball. To Rossi with it. Shot clock at 6. And again, Phoenix no good. Thomas outside. Samuelson. She's covered by Sims. And here's Samuelson. 5 points in the game. It's stolen by Turner. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ogumake. That's her first foul.
Tried to step in and cut her off, but not quick enough.
Yeah, just one step late to get there and didn't establish position.
Just a tough play for that defender.
Pass to Onyenwere.
Over Ogumake.
Offensive board.
Turner. And that one's good.
A great offensive rebounder because of her awareness and effort. I'm impressed with Turner.
Ogumake outside. Canada. Ogumake outside. Now Canada. 5 to shoot. From the top of the key. Again, the miss by the Sparks. Phoenix with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Back to Jefferson. It's good, as 5 others before it were. She's now shooting 6 for 7.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Pass to Canada. Here's Ogumake. She's guarded by Greiner. Here's Samuelson. Again, the miss by the Sparks. Rossi outside. Drops in the layup for two.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
Pass to Stevens. Ogumake. Back to Stevens. From the stripe. The Sparks, no good that time either.
wnba with it.
And here's Diana Taurasi from the arc. Cans it from downtown.
Accurate, quick, soft. It's a thing of beauty. It's a Diana Taurasi made three.
This Sparks squad struggling. The Sparks call timeout.
Really, they're not pleased at all with the looks they've given up inside, and they want to talk to the team about tightening things up defensively.
Well, that's what's got to happen, and I'm sure the coaches will let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Outside Canada. Shoots over Jefferson. Knocks it down from 7 feet.
But when it comes to size, that's not a great one-on-one matchup for her.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish. That took a little creativity right there.
A little extra sauce on it.
Reiner, she's covered by Ogumake. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Pass to Ogumake. Outside Stevens. And here's Canada. Clock at 6. Shoots over Jefferson. The shot by Canada, no good.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Jefferson outside. Over to the left wing. Fires the three. Stevens grabs the board.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Ogumake left side. Pass to Samuelson. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line. It's on Diana Taurasi, and she's got her first free throws of the night right here. She knocks down the first one. The Sparks making a switch here. And that's good as she hits both shots. Here's Jefferson. 16 points for her. Pass to wnba. Now Turner. She's guarded by Stevens. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Not afraid to challenge defenders. Turner plays with confidence and composure.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
She's off on the first.
After suffering a torn ACL in college, I'm excited to see what Turner has in store for her WNBA career.
And she's good on the second. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And Blake, from what we've seen so far, if I were you, for your health, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, that'd be a very bad idea. Basket good.
You know, quite simply, few players make better decisions than Jordan Canada. Obviously, the right choice there.
Jefferson, guarded by Canada. Jefferson outside. 5 on the clock. Now here's Taurasi. Tight defense on her. Now Samuelson. She's got 7. Turner grabs the board. Phoenix with the ball. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 shooting night.
Even into the twilight of her career, Taurasi still thrives because of that undeniable fire.
The Sparks call timeout.
Looks like the coach saw some things out there that need adjusting, and it's going to take a little time to talk it over.
Yeah, and never a bad idea to use a timeout if there's something that's got you concerned.
Both teams will make substitutions. Outside Canada. On the wing, Nneka Ogwumike. Outside Canada. Hamby right side. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Sparks. And it's the Mercury with the ball. 17-point game. Pass to Turner. Here's Sutton. And here's Coates. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
With the size advantage as big as it was right there, that's exactly what she should do in that situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Pass to Ogwumike. Canada. Now here's Ogwumike. Here's Hamby. And she drops in the layup off glass.
That's not easy. I mean, to get bumped and still hit it like Hamby, it's so hard to do.
And here's Coates. Pass to Sutton. Now here's Taurasi.
Good on the three-point shot.
Rarely seems rattled or off of her game. Taurasi makes putting the ball in the basket look effortless.
Ogwumike outside.
Here's Stevens.
Pass to Canada. Here's the three. Mercury with the rebound.
She's covered by Ogwumike. Now Coates.
Shot clock at 5.
And here's Sutton.
Over Canada. No good off front iron. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ogwumike.
Pass to Stevens.
Here's Canada. Missed that scoring opportunity and having a bad 3-for-9 shooting night.
Here's Sutton.
Guarded by Canada.
Now Sutton.
No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
Pass to Turner.
And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Backed by her solid footwork, Turner knows a thing or two about scoring inside.
Back to Canada.
Hamby. Here's Ogwumike. And the basket is good.
It's a pleasure to watch her work at that end of the floor.
And here the Mercury.
And here's Sutton.
Guarded by Canada.
Pass to Sutton.
She's covered by Ogwumike. Three, Diana Taurasi. And the Mercury, another three.
Well, there she is again, leading by example. Now, Taurasi might not demand the ball, but they're calling her number, and she's delivered time and time again.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Mercury out in front, delivering the blowout. And we will see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball in just a bit. And welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen. We're seeing a tremendous game from Taurasi.
You know, it didn't take long to see what type of game she was going to have today. She came out very aggressively and had a terrific first half.
And if you look at her shot chart, it looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. There is no reason for her to settle for anything less.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair through the first two quarters, but there is plenty of time to mount a comeback. Outside Canada. Outside Stevens. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Mercury with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
The shot by wnba, no good.
To the left side wing. To the middle. Shoots it up. Shot's good by Samuelson.
A dynamic playmaker. Canada actually averages more assists than made hoops. The true sign of a pure pass-first point.
Pass to Turner. wnba with it.
Now to Rossi. Drills the three-pointer.
Now get your popcorn ready. Her performance from long range has been something to behold, something to admire.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that's been her shot today.
Back to Agumake.
Right here.
Now here is Canada. Over Turner. The shot, no good. And it's Phoenix the other way. Jefferson, right side, down low. And she comes up with the deuce.
Flexing her physical attributes to complete the basket through contact. That's a heads-up play from Turner.
Ogumake,
wnba covering.
left side, Stevens. Here's Samuelson. She's covered by Taurasi. Pass to Agumake. Here's Samuelson. She drains it in as the shot clock ticks down.
Yeah, always aware of what's happening on the court, Agumake keeps her teammates engaged.
Reiner, she's covered by Hamby. Reiner's shot is off. Here's Samuelson. She's covered by Taurasi. Ogumake outside. Pass to Samuelson. Three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
And here's Taurasi. Here's Samuelson. She's got 11. The shot by Canada, no good.
wnba with it.
To the paint, Jefferson. Hamby grabs the miss. So it's the Sparks now. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Score the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
The D can't give Hamby, open lanes to the basket. That's just asking to be burned.
Jefferson outside. Pass to wnba.
Taurasi outside. And again, Phoenix no good. Canada, she's covered by Jefferson. Back to Canada. Now here is Stevens. Hamby with the ball. Jordan Canada for 3. Turner grabs the board.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all. Point guard Jordan Canada spent her first 4 years in Seattle learning the one from the best, Sue Bird, serving mostly as Sue's backup, her understudy.
The Sparks call timeout. And as a free agent in 2022, Jordan Canada signed with the Sparks.
A great move for Jordan, just on the personal side, because she grew up and went to college in LA. And then professionally, for the first time, Jordan was the starter, and we saw her numbers explode.
And the Sparks making a change here. And here's Thomas. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Samuelson. Again, the miss by the Sparks. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Jefferson outside. Pass to Taurasi. Second chance shot. And there's a nice layup by Griner.
Because of Griner's effort and enthusiasm on the boards, she's able to create second chance buckets for her team.
Ogumake up top. Ogumake left side. Now here's Thomas. She's covered by Jefferson.
She has slipped into a real funk here.
Definitely. The basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
Here's Sims. Unable to get that one to go. Now the Sparks take it the other way. It's Neko Ogumake with the drive. Here's Hamby. The shot off that time. Brittany Griner with a defensive effort. Pass to Taurasi. Sims. Pulls up. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that.
She's got to just use her head because that was a terrible choice.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
Outside Sims. Pass to Jefferson. Back to Sims. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Ogumake. And buries the easy one.
Not just a post player, Ogumake has a solid jump shot that allows her to score away from the lane.
Outside Sims. Pass to Taurasi. Reiner. She's covered by Hamby. Outside for Sims. Here's Griner. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Just an incredible display of athleticism. Now, Griner's active on both ends of the floor, and her coaches appreciate that.
Ogumake outside. Here's Samuelson. Mercury with the rebound. Now Jefferson. She's got 18. Pass to wnba. Back to Jefferson. Out to Taurasi. It's stolen by Neko Ogumake. Here's Samuelson. The three-pointer off the mark. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Taurasi outside. Back to Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. It's on Shanae Ogumake. On the night, she's 2 for 2 at the stripe. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And the Sparks with possession here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Pass to Brown. Six to shoot. Thomas, right side. The Sparks, no good that time either. Here's Sims. Tipped away. Now here is Hamby. She's covered by Sims. Inside. And the basket by Hamby.
It's been Hamby's night. The front office, the coaching staff, they love her combination of size and skill. A true modern big.
Pass to Griner. Sims. Now Sutton. Coates. She's covered by Ogumake. Here's Sutton. The shot from the low post is good.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Now here's Thomas. She's covered by Jefferson. Pass to Ogumake. Cook. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Mercury. And the Mercury making a change here. They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in. Pass to Sutton. Goes up at the elbow. Offensive rebound, Mercury. The shot by Coates, no good. Now the Sparks moving it up. And foul called as she misses, and she's going to shoot 2 free throws.
When Brown picks a shot, she commits. Defense isn't going to scare her off with some contact.
This is her first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Easy.
That's also good, so she hits them both. And here's Sutton. Pass to Griner. Count it. And she's now 8 of 9 from the field.
Not afraid to play rough and rugged. Griner shows the ability to power through contact.
Thomas outside. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Phoenix. To the paint. Here's Griner. She's still hot. That's basket number 9 out of 10 shots. 90% is an A in my book and anyone's book. Up top, Thomas. Brown. Back to Thomas. From outside the arc. The rebound by Brittany Griner. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Pass to Sims. Griner with the ball. And there's another one for the Mercury.
Honestly, when she hits from this area of the court, you might as well quit. It makes Griner almost impossible to stop. You just can't leave her out there.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Mercury out in front, running away with this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Sims with it. Here's Gustafson. She's guarded by Stevens. It's good.
Easy little jump shot for her there, guys.
Pass to Henderson. Here's Burrell.
With some arc, and she lays it up and in.
You have to have perfect timing to knock down the teardrop.
And it's the Mercury with the ball. Outside Sims.
Pass to Petty.
Six on the shot clock. And she makes good on the layup.
Tricky move by Petty with the ball, shaking off her defender.
And here's Brown.
Henderson with it. Pass to Burrell.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
I mean, I'll be honest. I can't imagine how hard it is to guard Agumake near the basket. She has a myriad of post moves. You can't stop them all.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
The top recruit in the nation out of high school. The top pick of the WNBA draft. Chiney Ogwumike has lived up to lofty expectations at every level.
And she ends up missing both free throws. Phoenix with the ball. Here's Petty. Bangs home the trifecta.
A key make for Shea Petty. Those threes going in, it changes how you have to defend her.
And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Now here's Brown. Let's go with a three. Not gonna go that time.
Well, you could see it in her eyes. She wanted to return the favor with that three, but she just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Coates. Shoots over Henderson. A shot by Coates, no good. And it's the Sparks ball. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now Burrell.
Henderson.
They get it again. Now Sims to the wing on the left. Ogwumike with the rebound.
Here's Burrell.
Out to the wing. And here's Henderson. Pass to Stevens. Yep, count it.
Well, Destiny Henderson is so skilled at seeing the whole floor.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
here's Petty.
Defense is right there. Hits it and gets hacked. That's a three-point play opportunity.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
And that one misses. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Ogumake. Another shot, and Stevens with the lay-in.
I admire how Stevens relentlessly crashes the boards. It's pretty special for a young player.
Now here is Sims. Here's Coates. She's covered by Ogumake. Shoots a fader, and the Mercury tack on 2 more.
Well, you don't see that one often. The fadeaway shot, and she's wide open.
And it's the Sparks ball.
Henderson with it.
Brown up top. Shoots over Petty. And a shot by Brown, no good.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Baseline try. Petty can't hit.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Henderson.
With a step back, good as the jump shot falls.
Well, here's where Henderson is so difficult to defend. Great burst off the screen, right into her shot.
Here's Petty.
Back to Sims. Coates, she's covered by Ogumake. Knocked loose. Now Burrell. Pass to Ogumake. To the inside.
Now Henderson.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And she can't bank that one in.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Now Coates. She's covered by Ogumake. Wing shot on the way. The shot by Coates, no good. And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Stevens.
Henderson with it.
Ogumake. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Now Petty. She's covered by Brown. Here's Gustafson. Here's Petty. The Mercury with another miss. Trying her luck from deep. That shot off the mark. And it's Phoenix the other way. Out to the left wing. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Here's Brown. Off target with the 3. And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Petty. Count that one.
That's just strength right there. Petty not letting the physical defense get to her.
So it's the Sparks now. Pass to Brown.
And here's Burrell.
And here's Henderson. Ogumake inside. And she uses the glass on the layup.
She isn't the tallest player in the WNBA, but at 6'4", Ogumake makes up for it with a wide array of post moves.
Petty with it.
And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Pass to Hamby. Here's Burrell. Now here's Henderson.
To the middle. Here's Hamby. The layup off target.
Now Cunningham.
Tries again.
It's hauled in by Burrell.
That's rough. No one to blame but herself. She should definitely scored that time. I don't know what happened.
Now here's Henderson.
She's covered closely, and she recovers it.
Pass to Hamby. Lexi Brown on the wing. Petty defending.
The shot by Brown, no good.
She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
Now Sutton. Pass to Petty.
Soft touch off the glass.
Well, you have to commit to your shot, and Shea Petty knows how important that is. So even against a strong defense, she goes for it 100% into it.
Brown with it. Petty defending. Now here's Henderson.
And it's off from three-point range.
Wow, this quarter has been ugly for her.
And it's not showing signs of turning around anytime soon. Her touch is all but gone.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Gustafson.
And the three off target. And here are the Sparks now.
And here's Burrell.
Down low. And the basket by Hamby.
Nimble move by Hamby, getting around the contact into the shot.
Now Sutton.
To the left wing.
Here's Cunningham.
And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two.
An incredibly successful shooter in the college game. I can't wait to see everything Cunningham can do here in the pro game.
And she makes the first. The Sparks making a switch here. And that one goes in. Two from the line that time.
Henderson with it.
Pass to Stevens.
And here's Henderson.
Launches it. Connects from three-point range.
And we know Henderson can drain it from deep. And if we remember it, well, the defense, they must remember it.
And here's Sutton, covered by Henderson. Pass to Cunningham. Petty. Here's Cunningham.
Out to the right wing.
Here's Gustafson. She's guarded by Stevens. And here's Gustafson.
Takes the three.
They get the rebound. Coates.
Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Now here's Henderson. Lexi Brown on the wing. Petty defending. Shoots from the elbow. Hamby misses.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Pass to Cunningham. Petty. Now Sutton. Covered by Henderson. Now Gustafson. Here's Sutton. And it's out of bounds to the Mercury as Phoenix retains possession. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you just have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it. We saw the excellent defense, a potent offensive effort, and they were pretty much dominant.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.